Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Shlain Hope. And I got another video. And we doing another law of the 48 laws of power. Today's law is law number 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Let me read the judgment for y'all. It says, to maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. The more you are relied on, the more freedom you have. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you have nothing to fear. Never teach them enough so that they can do without you. A lot of these laws is based on manipulation, man. And some of them, they sound crazy, but this is just some of the things that a lot of people do. So I'll give you an example of this, right? I used to talk to this woman. And at the time, I didn't know how to drive. And she knew how to drive. So she used to always, sometimes she used to complain. Like, she used to drive most of the times when we used to go places. So sometimes she would complain and she would say, damn, I wish you knew how to drive. Like, because driving gets a little tiresome sometimes, especially if y'all always going places. So sometimes she used to say, like, yo, I wish you knew how to drive. So I would ask her, like, yo, so just teach me how to drive so that, I could alleviate some of your duress, right? And help you out because, obviously this is a problem for you. So I was just trying to help out, help her out and help the situation out. And she used to always be like, she didn't want to teach me how to drive, right? And she used to make the excuse that, that she didn't have the patience to teach somebody how to drive. But in reality, regardless of how she might feel in her mind, right? I felt like she didn't want to teach me because she didn't want me to become independent of her. Now, that might just be projection, some people might say, but like literally, what other, like, she didn't have no other reason. To me, she didn't have no other reason but to be able to teach me. Like, how much patience does it really require to teach somebody how to drive? Because when I finally learning how to drive is mad simple. So I just felt like she would complain, but she low-key wanted to keep me dependent on her. I'll give you another story. When I used to sell drugs back in the day, right? I remember one time I went to this dude that, he was like the connect. He had some pounds and stuff. So I went to him and I was like, yo, I told him, let me buy a quarter pound of him, a QP. I said, yo, let me get a quarter pound. This is just weed, right? So I said, yo, let me get a quarter pound of weed from you. Like I was gonna pay for it. And then he was just like, nah. So what he told me was like, all right, you don't gotta pay for it. He was just like, I'm gonna just give it to you, and then you just give me a percentage back, and we keep doing the same thing. So basically, he wanted me to work for him. If I'm working for him, I'm dependent on him, right? But I didn't want that. I just wanted, even if I'm buying it from him, I'm still kind of dependent, but I'm really independent because I could do whatever I want with it. It's my own money. I'm not working for him. So I felt like he just wanted to keep me working for him because now I'm making him money. It's just the weird stuff, right? Because I wanted to buy it and he didn't want to. So we see these things constantly. These things happen. A lot of people do this, right? They don't teach you certain things. They don't teach you the source, right? That's what they say today, right? A dude will have a come up. Some of your friends are like this. They might have a come up. They might have a scheme of things. Now, they're not going to teach you it because they don't want you to surpass them. This is why a lot of friends don't be plugging their friends on to connects or to music stuff, situations. This is why a lot of people become haters or envious, right? And they don't support you and they don't put you on because low key, what they really want is you to depend on them. They want to be the plug. They don't want to put you on and you at some point might be independent of them or surpass them. So it's a toxic mentality. For example, so it says right here, make people depend on you and they're happy. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you have nothing to fear. For example, if you look at the United States of America, right? They make a lot of other countries dependent upon them, right? Which that helps in a lot of ways because a lot of people are dependent on America to do things for them. Either help them militarily, either give them some type of other aid. There's a lot of countries who depend on America, right? And because they depend on America, that benefits America. China's the same way. China is like the #1 exporter in the world, right? So a lot of countries depend on the Chinese goods. So when a lot of people depend on them, it actually alleviates, their situation and, it kind of helps them out a lot. I'll give you another example. The welfare system. A lot of times when it comes to the welfare system, for the people that don't understand how welfare works, it's like when you don't make a certain amount of money, they will support you. Like they say, oh, if you make this much money, we'll give you aid, we'll support you, we'll give you rental assistance, food stamps, etc., etc. But let's say the moment you make $100 more, the moment you make, like, let's just say the threshold is $100 more. The moment you make $100 more, they will take maybe like $500 from you. So it doesn't even add up. Like I made $100 more and you took 500. So in reality, I'm missing out on like $400. I'm just hypothetically saying. So what happens with that is this: if I'm gonna be losing, right? Because it's a losing bargain, right? I'm just using that as an example. It's a losing bargain. Like if I make $100 more, you're gonna take 500 from me. So a lot of times people get complacent and dependent upon the welfare system. So what they tell themselves is, well, I'm not gonna try to get no promotion. I'm not gonna try to make more money because I'm already living comfortably. And you paying my rent or giving me food stamps and whatever other assistance that I'm receiving, so I'm gonna be okay with this little bit of money that I get instead of getting a lot of money or more money, because you're gonna take away from me and then I gotta come out of pocket to figure out how to pay for these things. So this is another way in which, again, right, like certain people or systems are making you dependent upon them. And the last point is there's a reversal to this law, right? Now the reversal is that when you make others depend on you, it is that to some measure you're dependent upon them. For example, yeah, when you to connect and you got the drugs and everybody coming to you to buy from you, yeah, people are dependent on you because you are supplying the hood. But at the same time, you are kind of like dependent on those people, right? Because you need them to move the work. You need them to help you make money. So even though you're the connect, yeah, you still need the people. So low key, you're not really independent, right? And then sometimes, depending on how independent you are, you rub people the wrong way and you can create a lot of enemies in this type of way. So it's always good to have like a partnership instead of I'm the boss and you need me kind of relationship. It's always better to have like a mutual partnership, because now it's like I'm helping you and you helping me instead of I'm telling you what to do and this is what it is, because sometimes you rub people off the wrong way. So that's the 11th law. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all enjoyed the content, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Peace.